can't do evangelism without being involved on a regular basis. That's why the campus is so strong, because you're there all the time. You can involve the kids in evangelism all the time. It's very difficult to do that in a church situation. But in any case, the Lord gave me this idea to go to the prison. And I ended up getting permission to go into the local Durban prison. But my aim was to establish not another ministry of preaching that all the people are doing, but basically to win, build, train, send, and to ask that I can develop small groups. So I started that 6 years ago. 6 years ago, I got these church lay people who got trained in the middle of the week on Saturday mornings. Everybody's got a few hours Saturday morning. They're in there and they're sharing Christ, they're leading people to Christ, they're having small groups following them up and so forth and so forth. And we've got a multiplying ministry now in the prison. That is, the prisoners are leading the inmates to Christ. They're leading the small groups. They go, some of them get transferred to other prisons, and they start multiplying there. Nothing new from what we've been doing, sticking to the 4 laws, the Holy Spirit booklet, the 5 steps and the 10 basic steps, nothing more. I see all these other things coming down from here. It's wonderful, but I don't need them. I stick to the basics, that's all it is. And so, for me, the highlight of my week is to go to prison. Every Saturday morning, there are guys that accept the Lord. Every morning. What a blessing it is to see guys that wake up in prison and wondered how they're here. And then they accept the Lord and they grow in the Lord. And I have one guy right now, he wants to come back. He was responsible for the biggest cash heist in the country's history. Parker is the Indian guy. He got 24 years or 20 years. 6 years ago, he accepted Christ, developed him. He became the leader for me. He came on parole last December, and he said, "John, I'm ready to come back." He got a job, everything. And I can tell you other stories of guys who weren't going on parole, but they got transferred to other prisons, I said to you, that write me, "Pastor, send Bibles, send 4 spiritual laws." But that's the most perfect setting. That's the closest to a campus ministry I've ever seen. Because it's a captive audience. They sit and wait for you. Every week you're there, they're happy to see you, and whatever you teach them, they do. So it's been a blessing for me to be involved with that. You know, I'm not an evangelist. I'm just a pastor that learned how to do these skills, and God is using that. And so, and anybody can do it if they're prepared to trust the Lord.